What is up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. Welcome. I react to video game music for the first time from games that I never played or heard about as a musician myself. Today I'm going to be doing a platinum request on Patreon for Your Average Metalhead. This is a new game on the series and one I've heard about prior. I'll get to that in a second. Banjo-Kazooie. The song is called Final Battle, so Final Boss. Now, before I get into this, I am aware of the series, but I know nothing of it. I just know every time I've heard the series, I've always just thought of like the Crash Bandicoot equivalent on the Nintendo side, but I don't know if that's true. I don't know if they play similar at all. I just know they kind of lived at the same time and they're kind of similar because they're both animals, but that's all I know. But I know this series is beloved, and I think there's a sequel or a prequel to this. I think this character's also in Smash as well, so it's a big deal, right? It's like a mascot type thing. But I know nothing of it. I don't know how the music is, but we're about to change that. This is 6 minutes, so I am going to actually just enjoy it for a little bit, and well, hopefully enjoy it. And here we go. So, Final Battle, Banjo-Kazooie. Who composed this? Grant Kirkhope. Oh, this is something else. Not what I was expecting at all. Oh, again? No. What is going on right now? Arpeggios up and down the chord. It kind of sounds like Shinra stuff from FF7 a little bit. The horns. Oh, that bass. Oh, man. Okay, this is really impressive. Let's get that out of the way. The fact that that's so fast, and then the horns are like all slow. What am I listening to? Is it over? Oh no, we got time. How do you write something like this? This is classical music. Just with modern instruments at the time. Was this on the 64? Holy crap. This boss battle has to be chaotic as hell. Is that the final boss? This? I think that was just going down the octaves. Yeah. And it was back up. Oh, that's so cool. There's a lot to unpack here. Who inspired this person? What inspired this person? That's the best part for me. Very Ghouls and Ghosts. You know, every now and then on the channel, I just get so like dumbfounded by people's talent and what the hell? Wow. The thing that just kept floating through my head over and over was like that was a classical piece. If you take away all the percussion and then just focus on like maybe one instrument or two, a couple horn sections, some violins, and then you play the exact same song, it would just be movements of a classical piece. Very, you know, Johann Sebastian Bach, of course, Vivaldi, etc. It was that, but it happened to have these kind of elements from like all over the place. They had like this little Renaissance, like all these little things everywhere, these instruments everywhere, and I don't know because I was paying attention. Don't get me wrong, but I was paying attention to the song because I was enjoying it. I wasn't really like listening super hard, and that's not a bad thing because I was just lost in the music. So I don't recall if those were real instruments or if they were MIDI or something, because if this was 1990 whatever and late 90s of the N64, then there's a good chance it wasn't real instrument. Either way, it was composed as real music. That was insane. That was everywhere. To me, that sounded like if Kirby, Sir Arthur, and Earthworm Jim music, or those characters all blended into a big giant video game, and I guess Banjo-Kazooie, then they would all sound like that. That was bizarre. Like, it was hard to follow, right? The rhythm was kind of just janky. Not bad, it was just janky. It wasn't like a groove, it wasn't anything like that. It was selective, so it wasn't everywhere, it was just some places here and there. Wow. That was so wild. And I don't know if you caught me saying it, because I feel like I don't remember what I said or didn't say. I honestly don't remember the last like 5 minutes. I was just kind of lost. I mentioned somewhere that it sounded kind of like the Shinra type horns in FF7. I know FF7 is also very fresh in my memory. I just played it for the first time. But it really did have that. Every time there was like a horn section, it sounded like the whole Shinra. And Shinra is obviously like evil corporation and kind of like the, you know, like the end all be all boss type thing. And that kind of goes here as well because this is the final boss, I guess. So it had kind of just everything. Like I really wonder like who inspired this person to come up with this kind of stuff, to make such complex, you know, musicians have the ability to make simple things. That wasn't the case here. They obviously went above and beyond. It's the final battle, of course you want to be like as eccentric as possible, but I'm guessing based on that sound that is a crazy boss, and it's all over the place just as much as the music was, from different phases, or just very fast paced, or just very long. I can't imagine what the boss was like. I don't know if it's this character right here or not. Also, one really cool thing is like the central point was these arpeggios, basically a chord played. Instead of all together, they're played individually. So instead of da, it's like do do do, and then back up. Do 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 do. That's all that sound is. But it was over and over. I kind of had like this Dracula type sound. But also during that fast arpeggiated section, there was like slow horns. So it was kind of like, you know, where does my brain go? Do I want to like go fast, or do I want to, you know, it's just, it was everywhere. It was everywhere. And then finally, the last thing I wrote here is just the best for last. Is that VGM is just super cool. Like, think about this, dude. Where else would you ever hear that? I have been saying this stuff since I was a kid, and if you're a viewer of my channel, you know, you're relating, because you probably said the same stuff I did as a kid. I was like, dude, VGM is the shit. Like, where would you hear this? You wouldn't hear this in movies. You wouldn't hear this anywhere. Like, this is where I feel like VGM is like where you can just have your creative brain just go wherever the hell you want it to go. I would never hear the song otherwise if I wasn't doing this, or if I play these games, etc. So it's really special, and I don't know. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm dumbfounded by what I just heard. Reminded me a lot of the recent Kirby song I did. Kind of the same thing, also Nintendo. Bizarre. Very unique. Cool composition. Very bizarre composition. And does not sound easy. Now, if the whole soundtrack is like that, then this guy or girl is actually insane. But I'm gonna go out on a limb. It's a final boss. They probably went all out. Please let me know. Other songs in the series? A contender? Is this the best song in the series? That's a good question. But also, is the soundtrack as well like this? I'm gonna guess no. Maybe it's as good, but not as complex. If that makes sense. This one is complex and very, very classically inspired. I ramble on. Big thank yous to Your Average Metalhead for requesting that. If you want to do the same thing, you can do so on Patreon as a monthly subscription or PayPal as a one-time thing. Either are totally fine. If you do not want to wait in that huge backlog that I have, you can do what this person did and join the Platinum Trophy tier and expedite your request to the very top. A big thank you to Aiden, Justin, Kevin, Moon Knight, Rogue Monk, Solid Bullet 066, and of course, Your Average Metalhead for supporting that. Thank you to all my supporters here as well. Thank you to the PayPal supporters. Thank you for watching. New Banjo-Kazooie fans that I'm going to meet, please let me know more about this game. Thanks to this composer, who I believe is Grant Kirkhope. If it's not, please correct me. And just, I don't know, this is a good high note. This is the last time we're here for the day, so it's a good way to end it. Until next time, dudes and dudettes, my name is Jesse. Have yourselves a wonderful evening and take care of yourself. Peace.